Okay, folks, so I just listened to some of the most ridiculous stuff I could possibly ever listen to with regards to the Stephen Avery case. Now, apparently, this is a ongoing series that takes place on iHeartRadio. Apparently, Dan O'Donnell is the commenter on the Rebutting a Murderer show. And he's a non practicing lawyer and radio journalist at WISN, iHeartMedia's news talk station in Wisconsin. And, I'm listening to the first episode. Give me 1 second. And, he makes this show of rebutting a murder. It says that he has a unique perspective on the case. But let me tell you something, folks. From the first episode, his take on the case is not unique because he's just reiterating all the bullshit that everybody else has been saying since day one about Stephen Avery. I think my personal favorite is that he paints the documentary of Making a Murderer as having a slanted one side. Let me quote that properly. It is a slanted one-sided piece of storytelling. Kind of like the prosecution of Stephen Avery, huh? Again, what is with people not having a fucking issue with the biased ass trial, but then they have an issue with a biased documentary? That was not due process. That was not just cause. There wasn't even probable fucking cause. The only cause that they had to think that Teresa Halbach had been murdered by Stephen Avery was the fact that he was the last appointment she had on her route that day. Other than that, there was really no evidence until they found the car on the property. But I'm sorry, it's a salvage yard. Where the fuck would you hide the car of a person that you just killed? What, out in the woods? Where it's nice and suspicious? It's natural to hide somebody's car at a salvage yard where you don't think it's going to get noticed. Duh. Then he goes on to say that, he brings up the cat incident, and everybody says that they gloss over this cat incident. And in reality, because in the series, Stephen says that he, sort of tossed the cat through the bonfire and it caught on fire, which, those of us with a normal mentality would have known what happened. But I'm sorry, Stephen Avery has a 70 IQ. I'm sorry, but I personally feel that no, he had no fucking idea what was going to happen. But they keep saying that he doused it in gasoline and oil and he purposely, and I'm sorry, but until I see a incident report, I'm not going to buy that. And what the fuck does that have to do with this Teresa Halbach thing? And then he says, well, cruelty to animals is a precursor to murder. Not all the time. And it's not a precursor to murder, dumbass. It is a precursor to serial killers. There's a big difference. Big difference. One murder, serial killer. One murder, serial killer. One murder, serial killer. Big difference here, folks. He then cites the cousin saying that Stephen had behaved sexually inappropriately towards her, yada, yada, yada. But I think it's pretty much a well-known thing that cousin was biased. Her husband was a deputy, for fuck's sake. I mean, what is it, people, with this whole Stephen Avery thing? And they just keep regurgitating the same shit that they always have. Oh, well, he lit a cat on fire. Okay, what does that have to do with Teresa Halbach? Oh, well, it has to do with Teresa Halbach because that's a precursor to murder. No. Research has shown that, if you look at serial killers and you look in their background as children, they tortured and tormented many small animals, not one fucking cat. I'm not saying that it makes it okay. I'm just saying many small animals versus one cat that was thrown through a bonfire. Big difference here, folks. Folks, the fact is that you cannot predict really who's going to be a serial killer, who's going to be a violent offender or not. The fact remains that by citing this bullshit from before, you're not really giving me evidence that he killed Teresa Halbach. You're giving me evidence that it is possible that he killed Teresa Halbach, but guess what? It's possible I killed Teresa Halbach. Yeah, I said it, and guess what? I've got a fucking alibi and I have no motive. That's the thing here, folks, is you have to look at opportunity, motive, and means. Did Stephen Avery have the opportunity to kill Teresa Halbach? Well, not really. See, everybody on the compound knew that she was going to be there that day. Why would you murder somebody that everybody knew was going to be there? Not just your family, but her employer knew she was going to be there that day. Obviously, Stephen Avery would have thought, gee, I would love to kill, rape, and murder this woman, but everybody knows she's here. I'm going to be the first motherfucker they look at. I think I'll just wait for Jody to get out. I'm not saying he would have killed Jody. I'm just saying, if he really was that hard up for a piece of ass, he could have waited. I mean, come on now. The man went 18 years without a piece, okay? He could go 7 months. Fuck. Then he had no motive. What would the motive have been? Certainly not financial gain. What? Raping her and then killing her? What's the motive? Why would he do this? I've got about 36 million reasons why he wouldn't. Duh. Stephen Avery has an IQ of 70, but it is pretty sure bet that he would have realized, gee, if I kill this woman on my property, they're going to find evidence to that, and I'm going to lose not only my lawsuit, but my freedom. I'm sure that he was not on the fast track to fucking go back to prison. Not to mention that Manitowoc County pretty much has been gunning for him since he was a kid. He already knew that if anything happened, he was going to wind up shit creek without a paddle. And you people want to sit here and cite this stupid shit that he did it. Fine. Where's the proof? Give me hard evidence. Where is the blood in the trailer? Where is the semen? Where's the vaginal secretions? Where are the bodily tissue that came off from the handcuffs and the leg irons? Where is the high velocity spray? Where's the blood spatter? Where's a bullet that you can definitively link to his gun? The bullet that was found with Teresa Halbach's trace DNA, you can't even definitively link to his gun because it's smashed to shit. Come on, people. I mean, that bullet could have come from any 22. Even the fucking ballistics expert testified that he could not definitively link it to that gun. And we're not even aware of if the DNA found on it with Teresa Halbach's was from blood or something else, because I'm sorry, but at this point, Manitowoc County did take one of her toothbrushes, and I don't put shit past Colburn or Link to rub it on a fucking spent 22 bullet. And quite frankly, guess what happens when you fire a 22 into ballistics gel? It smashes. Yeah, that's right. It fucking crumples. When you're doing a test fire, it can crumple, especially at a firing range, which is exactly what this shit sounds like. They fired a bullet and then rubbed her fucking DNA from her toothbrush on it, because I put nothing past those two snakes at all. I'm going to go ahead and put a link for this Rebutting a Murderer series down in the description of this video. Feel free to comment, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.